The world has been through some very big ups and downs lately. Do you ever worry about what you should be doing to take care of yourself and your business during difficult economic times? If this has been on your mind lately, you are not the only one. Today I'm going to talk about 4 risks that you really should take during difficult economic times. Hi, I'm Annie Kipp. I'm a coach, strategist, and thought partner for high achievers and business leaders who want to position themselves in a way that conveys their authority and their expertise. On this channel, we deep dive into how to build a business and a brand around you and what makes you unique. And we also tackle the mindset issues that come up when you're a leader and you're doing this work. As a business owner, I also think about what I should be doing to protect myself and my business when things are a little bit unstable in the world. So, as usual, when I'm stressed, I did some research and some thinking, and today I'm sharing the 4 things that I learned, the 4 risks that we really should take during difficult economic times. One thing to know as we start off is that many of the world's most successful and wealthy entrepreneurs made their fortunes during difficult economic times. This is not going to be a video on what to invest in, but you need to know that we can find opportunities. Plenty of entrepreneurs have made money by leaning into the opportunities that they saw. Charles Darrow made the Monopoly board game in 1929 when the stock market crashed. Scott Boylan created the Snuggie during the 2008 financial crisis when he realized people just wanted to be comforted. The question is, how do you put yourself in a position to take advantage of opportunities when things aren't going so well in the world? How do you lean in when everybody else is leaning out? Warren Buffett had this to say: during times of economic downturn, binge on education and self-improvement. While everyone else is binging on worry and Netflix, binge on improving yourself. If the choices are freeze, flee, or fight, fight with calculated risks and courage. The things I'm sharing with you do take courage because they're not what everybody else is doing. Have a positive mindset. Set this as your foundation. Every day you have the choice of either contributing to the doom and gloom scenario or looking for what is going right. Pause and take notice of how the information that you're receiving and that you're filling up on is impacting you. You can also take a second and notice what information you are most often passing on to other people. Choosing to focus on what is working is a little bit of a treasure hunt. You can train yourself to start noticing the interactions that feel good. Start noticing the news that says something is working well. Be aware of all the small choices you're making every day that will contribute or take away from the bigger outcomes that you really want. And once you have that foundation of a positive mindset, the next practical thing you can do is network. During difficult economic times, it's great to just build your network without looking for something from other people. Just find ways to create value and be useful and helpful to other people. A colleague of mine named Michelle Warner has a networking system that she teaches that I really like. She teaches doing one small thing every day that can add up to making a really big difference. Her program is called Networking That Pays, and I will leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. I'm not an affiliate for her or anything, I just think she's terrific. On top of networking and having a positive mindset, you can also increase your skills. There are plenty of online classes and workshops and certifications that you can take part in to improve yourself. If you think about it, in 6 months, you'll either be exactly as you are right now, or you'll have that extra specialty or ability that you wouldn't have had if you didn't invest some time in learning something new. There are groups you can join to practice soft skills like manners or language or speaking publicly. Toastmasters is a group that I was a part of for a couple of years, and I learned so much about how to present yourself. In fact, I will leave a specific link to the club that I was a part of that I really loved, and they meet online still, I think, so you can join them from wherever you are. In addition to having a positive mindset and increasing your network, you can increase your skills, you can learn new things, and you can improve yourself. We all have areas of our lives that we've neglected and that could use a little bit of attention. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's getting some movement into your day, maybe it's stretching or getting to bed on time, or maybe you just want to shop your closet in a new way and put together a different look. Look at what's been neglected for you. Is it friendships, social life? Is it alone time? Is it writing? Do you have a creative project that you wish you had been spending time on? Create systems and start addressing these things that matter to you in small ways that will have a big impact over time. I have more to say about this, and actually the fourth tip and the fourth risk that you must take is actually my favorite. But before I share that with you, I would love to hear from you. Which of these areas do you find to be the most challenging? The mindset part during economic difficulty, or the networking, socializing, and trying to get out there and meet people, or the self-improvement part, having routines and a little bit of self-discipline to get yourself where you want to go? I would love to hear from you about what you find the hardest and maybe what you find hard about it. I'd love to know if you could just leave a comment below. So one of the most important risks that you really must take during difficult economic times is to go all in on yourself. And this is the one that takes a lot of courage, because this isn't something that most people are doing. When things are scary, I know our inclination is to sort of stay where we are, stay the course, and be safe. But I am encouraging you to go all in on what makes you unique. Really lean into what makes you, you. When you're a leader, I know it can feel like the stakes are high. You want to play it safe. You want to make sure you don't make mistakes. You don't want to be vulnerable. But this is when you really need to get out of that echo chamber, get out of that safety zone, and lean into what makes you special. It can be really hard to see that for yourself. You can also have some blind spots that you may not be seeing. So it really helps to have a thought partner who can reflect back to you what they're hearing, help you see where you might be out of alignment or even out of integrity with what you really care about. Difficult economic times might be the perfect time for you to actually sit down and look at all of your experiences and all the jobs you've had and craft a narrative that creates a brand around yourself that tells who you are and how you got here and what makes you special. This is a perfect time for you to think about the kind of legacy that you want to create, and maybe even monetize some of the intellectual property that you are creating without even realizing it. The systems that just work for you, the ways that you do things that are unique to you. This work is my passion, and actually it's my honor because I get to watch as people expand into who they've always wanted to be. I love helping people craft a brand around the things that they love to do anyway, and help them become known for the things that they're really good at. I'm actually creating a self-paced course that helps people do this, and I thought I'd share some of the things that I'm going to be teaching in that course here so you can get started. The first thing to do would be to create a personal inventory of all the things you've done and all the skills that you have. When you have that list, that's just a starting point. What I really want you to do with it is to think about the value that you brought. What was the real contribution that you have made every step of the way? The next thing to do with that information is to craft a narrative that feels comfortable speaking about, that conveys your authority and expertise in an easy way so that you can talk about yourself without feeling like you're bragging or being arrogant. Part of doing that is creating a story vault for yourself. Having stories that explain who you are and where you came from and what makes you so good at what you do is super important. You need to have your stories thought of beforehand so that they'll be on the tip of your tongue and you can articulate them really easily. To learn more about using your stories, watch the video that I made on using your stories to create a competition-proof brand. You'll learn all about the things that you need to know to be able to create stories that people can relate to. All right, thanks for watching. I'm Annie Kipp, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.